Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
For the first time with Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Marlon Humphrey on.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Number 27.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Hunt again, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 32. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. One in, and Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
On for the field goal, an 18-yard attempt.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, it's Hunt. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Hunt. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 34. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. This is Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. The play fake. Here's Wilson rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hunt again. The
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
The tackle made.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Steelers.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ted Ginn. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
26-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
3rd and goal.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger crossing time as we await the final shape.